are on week 5 of our Movin' and Groovin' challenge, and this week we're going to go for 2 miles a day, but at a moderate pace. So now that we've upped the distance a little bit, you might be looking for the best shoes for walking or running, and we have you covered. We're back with Tim Kaiser from Trade Home Shoes, and he's brought some examples, and he's going to walk us through them. So thanks again for joining us,
yeah,
Tim.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're doing double duty today.
Double duty today. That's all right. I don't mind a bit. It's fun.
So I'm the type of person that I'll use any excuse to go out and buy a new pair of tennis shoes.
Yeah.
I just love, that's probably one of my favorite things in the world is getting a new pair of shoes. Yeah. So what should we be looking for, or what questions maybe should we be asking if we're on the hunt for new shoes?
Well, I mean, there's so many varieties out there in different brands and styles, and every person is different in how they walk or how they run. I guess the big thing is, you know, big three when you're looking for a running or walking shoe, you know, the cushioning. Some people like a firmer sole shoe, some like a real soft, cushy, spongy shoe, arch support, and stability. Okay. Some of these I brought along, like the Hoka. This is called, they make, you know, a dozen different models. This is called the Gaviota, but this is their stability shoe. Okay. The reason that it's a stability shoe, it keeps your foot from rolling in or out for what they call pronating or supinating. Okay. Pronating is when you roll your foot to the inside. Supinating is when you roll to the outside. If you ever look at an old shoe on the bottom, sometimes one side will be worn off more than the other, especially in the back of the heel. That kind of tells you how your
bring
foot.
An old pair of shoes
bring
with
it,
you?
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Bring an old pair in. I can examine them and it tell you what you need to straighten that out a little bit. Mm-hmm. Some have more of what they call a neutral sole. Mm-hmm. What that does, it keeps you straight. It doesn't let your foot roll. Some people that pronate need a shoe that kind of throws you the other direction to even you out a little bit, you know, so that type of thing. And then some are made for, I mean, if you like a lot of cushion, some people just like to bounce and absorb out shock and absorb. You know, if you're a little heavier person, it's better to have that little more cushion, shock absorption too. But Hoka, On Cloud is a kind of a newer brand. Mm-hmm. Brooks are very, very nice. I brought ASIC gels. They're good. I mean, those are all your top probably 4 brands of running and walking shoes that people will love. That
people are going to come in and look for. Yeah. So this one kind of caught my eye here, Tim, and I noticed that this one is kind of, the sole of this one is a lot different for this one. So it's a more minimal shoe.
Yeah, exactly. This is a real lightweight. These are the On Clouds. Again, we have like 20 different models, but this is, you can wear it as a slip-on. Some people just like to slip in and go, and these have elastic laces, so you just slip in and out. They do come in the box with laces. You can tie them as well. You can do either one with these, but they're feather light. They weigh like 6 ounces. I mean, if you like the super, super light, this is probably the lightest shoe I've ever seen.
Yeah. So what is the importance of having a good shoe? Because that was from a young age, that was drilled into me, like you've got to have good shoes.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that kind of affects the rest of your body.
Yeah, especially if you're going to do a lot of running and walking, if you don't have a good arch support, it can cause fallen arches. I mean, you can get shin splints. I mean, it can affect like a stability shoe. If you tend to roll your foot one way or another, if you don't have a shoe that keeps you straight and level, it puts uneven pressure on all your joints, like your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back, all the way up to your neck. Yeah. So it's important to get that stability if you're going to do a lot of walking, you know, or running, jogging, that type of thing. And we have the shoes for that. You know, we work with you when you come into our store. You know, we ask you, you know, what type of shoe you're looking for, what are you going to be using them for, and we can guide you towards the right shoe.
Because I imagine a lot of times what people are maybe coming in and looking for isn't ultimately what they need.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They want, a lot of times people want the pretty shoes.
Yep. That's probably
you know, they're like, oh, I don't like the color of that one. Well,
yeah. Well, that's going to be.
But that's not going to help your foot if you look good or you like the color.
Yeah, your shoes look good, but you're going to end up in the doctor's.
But your feet are going to hurt.
Yeah, you're going to end up in the doctor's office.
You know, and we have orthotic inserts you can put in running and walking shoes too. Some really, really good ones made by podiatrists. That they help a lot too, because a lot of these good running shoe brands will have a removable intersole. You can take it out and put another one in that if you need, you know, if you've had foot problems like plantar fasciitis or heel spurs or neuromas or something, we have special liners we can put in any of your shoes for you to help with that too.
Yeah, get a really customizable fit there.
Absolutely.
So even if the shoe isn't perfect, the insole can help get a really
big
close
time.
fit.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And we're educated and we know what you need.
Yep,
you
that's
know,
the best
a lot
part.
of places don't help you and don't have a clue.
They're just going to sell you
so
what they
just tell me what you want and I'll get it for you.
Absolutely.
But no, we'll show you what's good for your feet and what's not.
Great. All right, Tim, we got some information up on the screen for once again where we can find Trade Home Shoes. But thanks so much for stopping in, sharing your knowledge with us. For anyone needing an excuse to go out and get a new pair of shoes, this is it. Go do it. All right, we'll come back.